Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? As we get to the end of the season, I kind of wanted to look for different versions of decks we tried earlier in the year and see if updates make a difference to them. And I've happened to find one today that was actually a Selesnya Tokens list that actually did pretty well in one of the online tournaments, and I figured we'd give it a look. And mostly because it tries to make use of Takasha's Reconstruction. This is a card we played in one or two decks early in the season and not so much later, but I figured, hey, somebody else did it, so let's take a look at it. Don't forget, join button, all that good stuff down below. Also, this coming Friday, we'll be participating in the early access event. I believe that's February 2nd. I got to check a calendar here. We're going to be playing some early access stuff, and I will be on here and on Twitch throughout the day, so keep your eye out for those. I will be posting to let you know when I'm going to be on. And if you want to support us like normal, check out our sponsors, ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. They'll save you 5% at checkout. Okay, so this list comes from Arata Korij, I believe is the name that they use. And we're going to go down the list. I think these are all going to be cards you know, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. We're just going to talk about a couple of things. But we have Hopeful Initiate, fine card. We're playing Recruitment Officer, helps us find more things. And honestly, you're going to see the bulk of or actually all of our creatures are going to be 3 or less, so this card actually works really well in here. A couple of Guardians of New Benelia, Intrepid Adversary to pump our team. I do like the inclusion of Outland Liberator, because you're playing a version that doesn't really have any spells or real removal. So this is going to allow you to actually do a little bit to deal with artifacts and enchantments. We have Catilda for 4. We've got 3 Adeline Resplendent, which is going to be great in here. 1 Anointed Peacekeeper, which is kind of cute. I don't know, I would probably want more of these, but we'll see. Extraction Specialist should be pretty nice, especially when you get back a Recruitment Officer or even an Intrepid Adversary and can kick it up later in the game. King Darien Extra Large the 8th. And then we have 3 Elspeth Resplendent, which is a nice inclusion. I don't think we've been seeing enough Elspeth, really, except for in a few of the white control type decks and stuff. Mid-rangey decks. So it's kind of cool to get to see this in the list as well. And this is what this deck sort of needs, because you need to pump your team. You need to be able to give one of your big creatures flying that can break through. So this hopefully will help be somewhat of a game changer to finish things out. Then, of course, we're playing 3 Kayla's Reconstruction. Did I say? I think I said Takasha's Reconstruction in the opener. But Kayla's Reconstruction. This is actually well, you can look at the top 7, and then you can put up to X artifacts and or creatures with mana value 3 or less onto the battlefield. Now, obviously, we only have creatures that cost 3 or less, so everything's going to be eligible. We aren't going to be able to generate a ton of mana, so usually we're going to be doing this for 3 or 4, and that's really fine, because that's all we're really going to be able to get, because some of those are going to be lands, or even potentially Elspeth or something we can't put into play. So I'm okay with that. I think if we do this, if we target 6 mana, we should be okay most of the time on this. I would think, though, we were hoping to hit either like your Kings, Adelines, possibly something like Guardians if you think of Sweepers coming, something like that. So I think our target's going to be different, but most of the time it's probably going to be just to go wide more than anything else. Lands, we're going to play 2 Aiganjo, 7 Plains, 1 Forest, 4 Brushland, 4 Overgrown Farmland, 3 Plaza of Heroes, 3 Secluded Courtyard. I may adjust the lands between games, trying different stuff out. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it right now. Nothing real special. This is kind of what we expected. And again, this comes from somebody who actually played in an online tournament that was best of 3. They had a sideboard, all that good stuff. We are not going to be doing that. We're still going to be playing best of 1. So I do expect the games to play a bit differently than maybe they would have played for them. But still, I think it's worth considering. So let's go play some games, and I'll catch up with you in the back in the video to talk about what we changed for best of 1. This is a pretty easy mulligan. We'll keep this one. Probably got to get rid of Elspeth, because we only have 2 lands in hand, and we can't even cast some of this yet. That at least is helpful. Alright, we've got to keep a Hopeful Initiate. Not sure what that really means in the grand scheme of things, but we're going to attack. If this is mono blue, this is less helpful, so they can go ahead and counter this. We'd like to slip Catilda through if at all possible. I think we're going to go for Anointed Peacekeeper. If that gets countered, then we'll go for Specialist and try to get something out of the graveyard. I think is going to be the game plan here. But let them counter some things. Yep. Makes sense. Attack. Alright, let's go for a Catilda here. Alright, they're going to syncopate. Sounds good. Attack. I mean, sooner or later they're going to play a real body, but until then, I guess we're just going to keep casting stuff and let them keep trying to counter stuff. Here we go for another Catilda. Okay, that worked. Then we'll do... Oh, wait. I probably should have went Adeline there. Ah, well. Yeah, definitely should have went Adeline there. I got ahead of myself. Got the opening I wanted, and I played the wrong card. Plus side, we can just put counters on things and attack with an Extraction Specialist, and that's kind of cool. Howdy, Jin. You got it, friend. Witness Protection. Gonna turn that into a 1/1. Alright, sure. Guess it really didn't matter much in the end anyway. Take our turn. Ah, that's no way in hell that's gonna resolve. How do I want to do this? We could attack with... Actually, hold on. We need to put counters on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do that, but then we wouldn't be able to do anything with the Guardian, because the Guardian can attack anyway. So, yeah, I think we just pass here. Opponent's probably going to Impulse or something. Consider. Unfortunately, we didn't do a lot of early damage, so we have a lot of work to do here. And I'm assuming they have at least one more creature. Thirst, well, they'll find one if they don't have one yet. We'll see what they do here, though. They had another land, so now if they have another Hottie Jin, that's going to suck. Alright, we take our 6. Put counters on things. Found that. I don't know if that really helps. Let's go ahead and go with this. Just to force the issue, because it's the only way we get to do anything here. But I assume this is getting countered. I feel like that's a fairly safe assumption. Alright, they are going to syncopate for 3? Well, we can pay 3. This for 3? Pay? Alright, I was seeing if I was missing something. I feel like that was a little bit of a setup for some reason. Alright, and they didn't need the 1 mana, so I don't know. I guess maybe they just forgot we could tap our creatures or something. I don't know what happened there. Well, now, unless you have a bounce spell or something, I don't think you want to attack. Well, that's not true. They could possibly, like, untap Hottie Jin with one of those, whatever the hexproof spell is. Yeah, that's probably what's about to happen here. So we're going to have a little bit of a tough time going here. That's a little bit good. Alright, what's the most we could do? Opponent blocks our 6. And then we only get in for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's intriguing. Attack, attack, attack. I mean, if they have a bounce spell, we lose. Because we can do 11, I think. So that's kind of where we're at. If they got it, we lose. If they don't, we're still playing Magic. Oh! 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 What? Nice. Okay, I mean, we kind of have to keep this. We obviously want to draw more creatures along the way, but it's kind of hard to turn this down. Matter of fact, we'll probably Plaza first to not give away what we're doing, and then play Secluded Courtyard on 2. I think. Yeah, I was just debating if there's a reason I want to play Farmland tapped first, but I don't think there really is. I'll just put that on human. And hope this little one survives. Not that it does a whole lot, if it does. Well, mono red. I guess we take a beating, huh? Randomly, this is protection from werewolves, so it would stop a Reckless Stormseeker. Alright, here's what I'm going to hope for. I'm actually going to play this knowing it's going to die. Not even sure if I want to kick it or not. In case I want to block something. But, let's do it just in case. There's a chance they don't kill it. I'm pretty sure they do. But they probably kill it and then we go to 16. Unless they also have... Oh. Well, then maybe not. We just got a bonus, y'all. That was excellent. Didn't see that coming at all. We're going to see what we can find here. Ooh, none of the things we wanted to find. That's tough. That's real tough. Alright, I guess we'll take that. Man, that hurts. I was actually really hoping we would have found, like, Adeline or something like that, but no luck. No luck. King Darien, Extra Large the 8th would have been fantastic as well. Raiju is going to be a pain in our butt. Mostly because I could kill it with an Iganjo, but I'm going to lose that opportunity here. However, the opponent is at 16 and we're gaining a bunch of life, so alright. What do you want to do? I'm assuming you're putting the counter on the Raiju? We are not. Okay, then I guess I just block the Raiju? This game has not gone in a way I thought it was going to go at all. But you know what? We'll block. Because makes sense. And then I'll spend a card here and discard a Plains. So she actually, oh no, I was literally about to say, like, she did all right by us, but this is not good. Not good at all. Crap. All right, I'm gonna attack for 2 because I think that's still the right thing to do here. And it encourages the opponent to spend removal on blockers and not necessarily on our 4-2, which is still the best thing for them to kill. But they might have just had an all-creature hand from the looks of things. I don't know. All right, we go to 23, which is something nice to say on like turn 5 or 6 from the red deck. The opponent finally decided no mas. All right. Sure, then I guess we try to do this. I mean, if they kill our adversary, they kill it anyway. We weren't going to do anything about it, right? Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. We don't hate that. We don't hate that at all. Could have saved that land in my hand, though, I guess, because I'd have something to discard to the Guardian. Okay, what do we want to do now? We could have 5 untapped. I guess we're attacking with this. Just straight up attack. I don't think we're enlisting. I think straight up attack. I'm trying to figure out what the opponent has in hand. I don't really know here. So I think everything's just going to come get it for the time being. Right? You get some dues. Doesn't change anything for me. Do what you will. Now, we do risk losing the Guardian here, mind you. Nope, they're not going to block in a way we lose that. Oh, that was actually the best case scenario for us. Yeah, we're good now. We wiped their board? Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Hey, I knew Mucho Birdies. They actually are a good follow over on Twitter. Yeah, we'll keep this. Not the way we wanted to, obviously. Would have loved to have played the Initiate turn 1, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. We'll take what we got. We just want to try to make sure we draw a 3rd land so we can play either of these as necessary. Let's go ahead and run out this. Because if this is the mono blue deck, this is kind of where we're going to want to be. Matter of fact, I don't even... Oh, it's not the mono blue deck. Hold up. I was just about to say I don't even think I want to try to cast one of my 3 mana things next turn. I might do 1 and 2 to try to coax some spells or removal out of their hand. But this could change things. Oh, they're going 3rd path there. Okay. Cool, cool. Then what do we want to do? Sometimes your opponent makes a play and then doors open up that you didn't expect to have. Because this is like, if I attack, they're not going to block. So I could just play Adeline here and get away with that. Which might be a safe play. I think I'm going to go for it. And just kind of say, if you're willing to block here, so be it. And if they just have 2 spells to deal with our stuff, then yeah, we just get blasted. It is what it is. But next turn, we'll have all kinds of mana. Assume, well, that's if they don't deal with Catilda. Alright. I'm sure they have a ton of choices here. And remember, every spell they play is going to create a creature. So they will have blockers, significant stuff for Adeline. And it is also a little tough because Adeline could end up like getting a play with fire for 2 and then chump blocked by some stuff. And like, so there's a lot of ways this can end up going down. Got to be a little careful. Could also get crafty too, I guess, if play a land, attack with Adeline. Depending on what the opponent does, put counters on our stuff. Like, I don't know. Probably not. That's probably too conservative. We should just stay aggressive, I think. Especially since we have the king in hand. Oh, a Bitter Reunion. I was not expecting that to be a card. That's interesting. And they got rid of an Abrade. Playing a research desk. I thought maybe they might be holding on to, like, Fading Hope or something there, but that was not the case. So now this is interesting. Because they won't have enough to block and stop Adeline now. When we play King Darien. Extra large the 8th. My apologies. Where do we want? We definitely are playing this. There's no question about that. It's just a matter of if we're playing both of these or not. I think we're playing this. And am I attacking with Catilda here? Yeah, I guess we attack with Catilda and tokens. I mean, if you double block Catilda, whatever. Right? Sure. I mean, it's just max pressure. So, oh, they're only blocking with one of them. All right, going to 10. In the turn. Still have a lot of cards in hand, so a lot of things can happen here. Oh, another Bitter Reunion. Wow, okay. Still with 2 mana, though, and you're going to get to see 2 cards if you want them. Getting rid of a Make Disappear makes sense. I do have a lot of mana right now. Another research desk. Still with only, you need red mana to activate those, right? Well, unearth them. You can activate with colorless. They have a lot of chump blockers, though, so we're definitely not punching through here anytime soon. But we will have Initiate getting counters. We could put counters on stuff with Catilda. I mean, it is a tough situation for them. I don't know if they're just on complete blocking duty here or what this is going to look like. Oh, are they baiting Fading, hoping our fair king? Because that would make sense. Oh. Okay. That's a card. Does casting this do anything right now, though? I'm trying to think, like, probably not. Bonus at 10. I think we just go for it here. Alright. Let's attack. Actually, I might play this. But I'd have to leave a token open if I wanted to use the... Only because this allows combat tricks, because these are actually artifacts, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just put the pedal to the metal, see what the opponent does. If they try to bounce our king or something, I'm probably just going to use the plaza, I think. I can't imagine I'm going to do anything else. I mean, we're making an extra body here on top of it, so... This is just a lot of damage right now. Oh, yeah, the Iconoclast is going to blocking duty, so that says a lot. Okay, that happens. So you're going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 gets through. Don't have a way to do one more point here. Alright, that seems fine. Here comes a Fading Hope or some such with the king. So that would not surprise me. Nope. Alright. End the turn, I guess. No need to leave ourselves empty. I mean, if they do find a board sweeper, we'll just save whatever would die. So, like, if it's a burn down the house, we'll just save Adeline. Yep, that's exactly what we're... Actually, we can save a lot of things. We'll start here. Save that. And then we'll sack this and save a token. There you go. Ooh. Okay, let's do it. Don't really like having these with both of these, but it's probably okay. And by probably okay, I'm hoping it's okay. Because right now it's definitely not okay. We'll see, though. I mean, if this happens to be mono blue, then, like, maybe we could sneak some stuff in under it. But we definitely need to draw a land next turn. Preferably just some white lands. So we could start setting some stuff up. Because things are going to be getting countered from here on out. Question is, can we do enough damage between now and then? And I don't know what that answer is. But let's try to attack and see what happens. They might just have, like, impulse or something here. Alright. Get in for 5. Don't hate that. See if they have a counter or if they want to cast something else. I mean, because right now, if they even put out anything that's 4 toughness, we're toast. Like, they could play a Haudijin just to block, and we'd have to draw a land to cast one of our humble kings. Alright, they're going to make disappear that. That's kind of good, I guess. Keeps them from searching or doing anything else. Especially if they're land light, but they're not. So now it gets interesting, because if they do have Fading Hopes, it's going to start causing problems. If they play a Haudijin here, just... Oh. That's not what we expected to see. I still would like to draw an untapped land here. Oh gosh, we failed horribly. Yeah, that's not even a thing. Okay, well, we'll attack, I guess. Man, I literally have nothing going on, and we didn't draw land. Like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, you gotta block our 3-1, right? Oh, no, you're just gonna Fading Hope. Okay, well, that's a thing that happened. And now you block the 3-1. Nope, they still don't want to block it. Okay, fair enough. Not completely sure why they didn't want to block it, but I'm also not very mad that they didn't want to block it. We really shouldn't be in this game, though, at this stage. And honestly, I don't even know if I'd say we're in this game as things stand. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, we're attacking. Doing what we can do. I mean, any one land would have been great for us anywhere along the way. We have multiple things we can cast, but now we might be reaching the point that their counters are going to be too strong with other bodies they could potentially play, and it's going to get ugly. Sure. Like, why not? Alright, Thirst, you got it. I mean, just play something big in the way, opponent. Like, we've not cast a spell for... Well, that's not true. We recast the Initiate. But we haven't cast a spell for, like, 3 turns. I mean, in a weird way, though, if they don't have a bounce spell, I guess if we got an untapped land, we could still use the Initiate to kill the engine. So that's something. I don't know if that's good, but it's a thing we can do. I mean, they probably have more slip out the backs or something, but yeah, what are we going to do? But we definitely need another land here, regardless of anything else happening. They're digging pretty heavy here, so I'm wondering if their hand isn't even counters, if it's just defensive cards or something. Because they're doing some heavy digging. And that's a little bit atypical here. Alright, shields are down, and we still didn't draw a land. My goodness. I don't even know what we do with this. Like, for real, for real. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I assume you're just going to double block. Chump, chump. Nope, you're just going to trade for one of them? I was going to say, yeah, that makes the most sense. Alright, we'll sneak that down. I doubt it's worth much at this stage, because Serpent or Hadijin just ends this. Wow, this is rough. We've not played... That's the first spell we've cast in 4 turns? Another Surge Engine. Okay. Sure. You got it. Nothing I'm going to do about it. And a Delver. Not doing anything about that either. Oh, bruh. Come on. I mean, we're at 32 life, but, like, it's kind of meaningless. I mean, we still got to attack because the opponent's only at 8. Like, I mean, we can't not do anything here, right? Sure. They're probably going to slip out the back, protect it. Nope. Alright, just kill our dude. Sounds good. I don't see a real path to victory here, but if it happens, that would be miraculous. But there's no way now. Like, if they even have one counter, we're kind of wrecked. Yeah, it's just too little too late. I mean... I guess. I mean, there's no way this is resolving, but we're going to try anyway. Yep, that's what should happen. And now we just get attacked like 4 times and die. Maybe even 3 times, honestly. Alright. Let's just give it the GG's. We're not coming back from this. Alright, we'll keep this one. We have 2 turns to draw that 3rd land, or find something quality on 2, so... this might be okay. We shall see. Now I'd like a 2-mana thing here, and then we'll at least be able to rock and roll a little bit. Taxidermists. They are going for it on their mana, which makes sense. Unfortunately, we can't do anything here, so we're just going to have to pass. No attacks. That's such a shame. Opponent does nothing, we do nothing. Interesting turn. I feel like they probably have a removal card of some kind here. But, I mean, sure. Just gonna pass. Yeah, exactly. I felt the removal card incoming, so wasn't a big deal. I figured attacking was gonna leave us doing nothing. And I was right. Consuming Blob. Well, that is a thing. Alright, how do we deal with this? I mean, I attack. They block with a token. That doesn't do anything. Alright, it's kind of like the best we can do at the moment. I mean, I guess maybe... yeah. I was thinking I could have played Adeline there, but then they just chump block the initiate. Nothing happens. Yep, King Darren, you got it. Still only an instant in the yard, fortunately. Alright, they make another body. What's funny, though, is I've actually been seeing a fair amount of this Consuming Blob show up in a couple of lists. How do we want to go about this? Adeline... Liberator? I mean, I guess if the opponent doesn't play anything, we get to turn into a bigger body. I mean, that counts for something, I guess. Yep. Let's see what they got. Because as soon as they put something else in the yard, we're in a bit of trouble. Well, see, now they're going to be able to block with that, and that becomes a real issue. Now we're talking about real problems. But we got to attack. Maybe I should have played some of these others first. I don't know. Yep, block with 2 of them. Makes a lot of sense. Yep, you get bodies. I can play this. I can play this. Get a dude back. Doesn't really do much. I mean, we're kind of wrecked here unless we get Elspeth maybe and can put counters on Adeline and fly over, I think, at this point. But I think that's all we're going to be able to do here. We don't have anything else in the yard to get back, so that's not really relevant at the moment. We can search for something. This becomes a 3-4, so they just double block. That doesn't help a lot. We attack with the specialist. We unlock a 3-3. That's something. Alright. Got to work with what we got, I guess. God, what are we doing here? Are we just turning this into... I mean, I guess. Sure. I mean, we don't have anything to pump our team. We're just kind of struggling at the moment. Even if we had, like, our own Catilda, that would be beneficial. Because then we could at least turn those into something. You know, put counters on stuff would be great. But currently we don't even have that option. Alright, so we killed a few things there. Nothing we can get back with the specialists, unfortunately. Alright, Goldcaller's Chant. You got another body. So we're kind of surviving here. Most I could say. This costs 4. I'm trying to think if there's anything for 2 we would get that matters, but I don't think there is. So I think it's just you, and you again. I mean, the 2-2 can't block, fortunately. That's our saving grace here. We get to kill both of those and everything else hangs out. Alright. We can live with that. I'm going to search and see if I can find something castable here. Well, that's pretty damn castable. That'll just go in our hand, though. So, sure. And end the turn. Wow, did we somehow hold on here? Wow, oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. I feel like we need a little help with this draw. Okay. At least we have an extraction specialist with this, so if the adversary dies, which it will die if we're playing against any type of mono red, something or other, we can at least get that back. And then maybe block with the specialist, end up with the adversary. But there's no way a red deck doesn't play any... Wow! What? I was literally about to say doesn't play anything and still doesn't burn a thing? But they're playing a Fable, so maybe this is not what we think it is. Does that mean... Do I even want to use an Aganjo here? Like, that's a real question. That I don't know the answer to. Alright, they're just letting it through anyway. I guess I could liberate her and destroy something? I mean, I guess that seems fine. I'm not sure how beneficial that is, but it's a thing we did. Alright, they have all the mana in the world at this point. Oh, and they're just coming for it. Alright. Not even saving to block. Alright, so we're exchanging 4 damage for 3 damage, but they are getting a treasure out of it. Which can still kill a creature. Makes sense. So this is awkward because it feels like a mono red-ish type deck, but not playing like one. And I have no clue what that means. Alright. I mean, I guess if the adversary dies again, the next turn we could at least play Extraction Specialist and pump the adversary, then try to go from there. But I think here we will block and trade. Because that makes sense. They still have tons of mana and all the cards in the world, so, I mean, we're definitely behind in this fight. Another Fable. Okay, sure. Not much we can do about that. This is kind of an interesting situation, isn't it? I could only pump it once, though. I don't even know if that's worth it. Might as well wait. We'll attack. I still don't know what the opponent's up to here. Oh, do they want to blow up treasures? Do they want to activate their land? So many choices. Let's see what they want to do. So they are going to block. So maybe this is a red deck now. Because now I'm starting to feel like if they weren't, maybe they would want the mana there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and follow through with our previous plan we were talking about. Get this back. We'll pay for it once. I mean, for all I know, there's a burn down the house incoming, but like, who knows? We may have to Kayla's Reconstruction, hopefully for 3 if we can draw land. Opponent has a lot of mana. They're discarding Sekinzans. Alright, Brotherhood's End works. We did not find a land. So that complicates things. Alright, I'm just going to do it for 2. See what we find. That's not bad. It's not bad. Just thinking about if we take Catilda, that does give us options for a lot of stuff next turn. Hopeful Initiate's not bad. Alright, let's go Peacekeeper and... Man, it's either Guardian or Catilda. I think I'm going to go Catilda. Just hate myself later. Oh, this is what we're doing. So they're playing Transformation. Got it. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they have 6 for Transformation already. So yeah, we shouldn't be able to do anything against that. They have Portal. I guess we just have to call Transformation. That's tough. Damn, now I wish I would have taken things to destroy some artifacts or enchantments. Yeah, I think that's what we got to do. It's kind of our only play. And then somehow hope we either make enough tokens or deal enough damage between now and then. I don't know if we can. They do have the mana to kill a Peacekeeper, which then unlocks their transformation. So yeah, we're kind of in trouble here. I don't think we have a real out. Without maybe another Reconstruction. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Think we're toast. Looks like an artifact, an enchantment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm trying to think how else we get out of this. I don't think we do. Sadly, I really don't. Yeah, I think this is it. But yeah, I think we're just dead. We just took too long to do anything in this game. And I misdiagnosed what the deck was. So, I mean, there's also that. So, yeah. Alright, we're just going to move on to the next game. The opponent's got this one. Unless their deck's garbage, they got us. So funny, that one singular forest is gumming up this hand. I'm going to keep it and hope we draw an untapped white source. We have a lot of them. We did. Alright. Totally worth taking that point of damage. Actually, it's going to be 2 points of damage because I'm going to play the Guardian next turn, but, you know. Oh, I say that. Maybe we play a Hopeful Initiate. Ooh, that's interesting. Nah, we don't. We don't. I was thinking we were going to, but it's probably more damage over time, but this is also way harder for them to kill. And those two alone serve as their own little combo to pump the initiate. So if I don't want to play something pre-combat, don't really have to. Though if they play something like Rafine here, they would be able to block, and not much I could do about it. Okay, they didn't, so that's some good news. Now it's just, are we going to get blasted with a... Ooh, Catilda. We need you later. I'm just thinking we could get blasted with a depopulate, which could be a thing, but we'll see. All right, Doggo's going to come back, draw a card. Fortunately, it's tapped, so it doesn't block here. Zur was definitely not expecting to see that dude. So that's a thing. Good news is, though, if they're playing Zur, they're not going to sweep the board. So we have that working for us here. So now it's just what are we attacking with? I assume... let's go this for sure, obviously. This for sure, because it'll get a counter this turn. And I think we're going to do this and enlist the 1/1 and just let them block the Guardian, I think is fine. Oop. Yeah, I think this is what we're doing. Lots of triggers there happening. Ooh, I don't think we need either of those. We have an Extraction Specialist. We don't have enough mana to really take advantage of the Reconstruction. Unless we were to resolve a Catilda, I suppose. Let me look at that. We do have a bunch of humans. Just trying to think. If the opponent plays Enchantment, gets rid of Adeline, we play Catilda, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We still won't be doing it for 2. Nah, I'm just going to pass on those. I'd probably rather just have more mana, I guess. Oh, actually, dang it. I'd be able to play 2 creatures this turn. That would have changed things. Maybe I should have taken the Reconstruction. Oh, wow. Opponent just said, whatever. They're at 3? Alright. I mean... do I need to do anything else? Yeah, maybe. You know what? We're going to take a damage here. I don't know that we need to, but it's fine. And my logic here is that, like, if there's some type of sweeper, we'll just save the Guardian, and then we'll play Extraction Specialist or something. Okay, we're not too worried about that. Though this can give something lifelink and all that stuff. So its other types has base power toughness. Oh, it actually... oh, yeah. All the enchantments have lifelink. So that makes sense. Alright. So now, we just need to get to attack with Elspeth. Because we are able to cast Elspeth here. Easy peasy. Let's do that. Let's give this dude flying. And... if we attack with the other stuff on the ground, they block. Yeah, we just attack with Adeline. Actually, no. Because Adeline's still going to let them gain life. Because they would gain 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Adeline would deal enough. I'm just debating if I want to play this. I don't think so, though. The problem is we're going to make a 1/1 on the ground that they can block. That's unfortunate. If we're going to do that, I might as well attack with more. Okay. Then we're going to attack. Let's go with this, enlisted, this, because that'd become a 5 toughness, so they'd have to block with multiple things. And I think that's it. Tap here. I guess now I'll take a Reconstruction. I mean, they're going to gain a bunch of life, but, you know, what are we going to do? They probably have another Zur. And so there's nothing we can really do about it. They do make a 1/1. Happens to be a spirit, not an enchantment, fortunately. Those blocks resolve. Let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have to spend anything. We're good. Alright, so they do gain life. Go to 8. I mean, sadly, their stuff has Death Touch, too, so I mean, we can only do so much about that. Alright, another Zur. So I should have spent to give this indestructible. I totally forgot about that, actually. Very important piece of information I forgot to act on. I mean, I guess we can reconstruct for 3 here. Yeah. Get this. I mean, I guess we get them all. They're gonna block. Make a token. Oh, they just take it. Alright, they didn't have anything. Fair enough. Alright, so while that was a lot of fun, honestly, I didn't particularly like this build, and it's kind of interesting since it did so well in a tournament, but remember that was a best of 3 and they had a sideboard and other stuff. But I think the problem this deck has is it was playing too many copies of Elspeth and of the Reconstruction, with there being so many lands that don't necessarily always produce white. Or at least white for non-human spells, right? That was the issue there. There was a lot of times you got stuck with the Reconstruction or an Elspeth and couldn't really cast it. I think if there was just 2 of each of those in the deck, which I'll probably do to the final version, will probably help it out a little bit in best of 1. I could even see cutting down one of the multi-lands because I don't think we need that many green mana sources, all things be told, because we only need 1 green mana and we can kind of do everything we need to do. So I would probably shy away from that a little bit as well and kind of clean up the mana somewhat to help out those reconstructions. But when we did get to cast them, they were very good. We won a game particularly because of Elspeth. We won a game, I think, particularly because of Reconstruction. So I think the cards are still worth playing. I just think a different combination of them and or a different combination of the non-white producing regular lands, I think would be the way to fix the deck. So I'll probably adjust those in the final version, and if you like playing this version of the deck, I think it's worth it. It's very interesting and different, but cool that we came across it and got to wrap up the end of the season with it, so that's pretty cool. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Deranged Hermit. This is like the OG Squirrel Maker, and it made several all at once. It did have Echo, so you had to pay for it a second time or else it just died, but it kind of got a second life. Over the last couple of years, I've been adding these different cards that make squirrel tokens and like Chatterfang, so you had an actual squirrel commander now. And the card's up to like $30. I think that's one of those cards that at one point was, I wouldn't say bulk, but it was in the $5 or $6 range. But it slowly just crept its way up and now it's a $30 bill. Check that out. Not something I would have expected, but now you know. And if you're looking for different spins on old decks that we tried throughout the season, check out this Grixis Anvil list. I think you'll dig it. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.